What's going on, guys? Boss OP6 here, with another video, and today I'm reviewing NXT 2.0. This was expected a little bit later, but I had to do a couple things. But anyways, yeah, let's move on to this thing, shall we? Tommaso Champa is in the ring, and he's talking about he's going to face Rex Steiner, and he says the hunter becomes the hunted, and talking about being champion and all that stuff. And then Rex Steiner shows up. And then Ciampa talks about war games and how he speared him through a table and he pinned him 1, 2, 3. And, all the greats held the title, like Samoa Joe, Shinsuke Nakamura, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn. All those good ones. And then he says, how about we have a rematch in New Year's Evil if you're up to the task? Then he slaps Steiner. And then Steiner lifts him up, puts Ciampa to the ground. And he said this, and he says that the Sharks are coming. The Sharks are coming! It's Sharknado Part 14 or whatever. We're going to be having that by the year 2038. Anyways. Okay, that match is made official. And then Grayson Waller talks about AJ Styles. Okay. Styles on NXT. I'll talk about him in a little bit. The Raquel's backstage, and then Dakota attacks her, and it's supposed to be a street fight, and oh dear. Oh man, this match was sloppy. Sloppy. This match was awkward. This match was sloppy. Everyone was out of place. There was some, when they got to the ring, it got a bit better, but my God, the backstage brawl, it was so corny. So corny. Raquel trying to throw shit at Dakota, and Dakota, smiling because she's all psycho. Then they go back to the ring, and more shit's being thrown at. This match was pretty bad, I'm not gonna lie. Raquel's stock has just dropped drastically, even during her title reign, she literally was the female version of Diesel. She was just a tall, strong woman. And that's all she has. She's statuesque and she's imposing, and that's all she has. She's not terrible in the ring, but she's not good either. And Dakota, God bless Dakota. A table gets introduced. So we get a stomp on a trash can, and then we get a powerbomb on steps. Ouch, that looks stiff. And then in the end, looks like we're going to get put through a table. Oh no! We get a powerbomb onto the trash can. 1, 2, 3, Dakota wins. Or Raquel wins, I'm sorry. Okay, cool. Did this match need to happen? No, which is why we got it anyway. Anyways, Raquel wants Rose. And then Tony D'Angelo, he's talking about honesty is dangerous. And he said I'm the most dangerous man in NXT because I've been honest since day one. And Raquel's in the ring wanting Mandy. And the Cora Jade shows up. Okay, I needed to talk about something here. The whole drama and the whole little Twitter battle that's been going on between Cora Jade and Darby Allin. For those of you who don't know, Darby kind of started this when he said, imagine playing, a skateboard gimmick on character, but not as good, basically. And then Cora responded saying, imagine having horrible abuse allegations against me, and all that stuff. Okay, let me just clear the air here. Darby shouldn't have said that to begin with. And did Cora really need to say that? Was that really necessary? And third of all, I don't believe Darby did that. If he did, then okay, shame on me for not seeing it. But there were people around him saying he never did it. And honestly, Darby doesn't seem like the type of guy. Now, if he did do it, then Priscilla Kelly would be chewing his ass out and all that stuff. So no, I don't believe Darby's part of the abuse of the speaking out movement. Why? Because I believe him. Why do I believe him? Because there's no evidence. Clear, plain and simple. There's no evidence. I have to see evidence in order to know whether the victim is right or the victim is wrong. That's how I work. Why do you think Michael Jackson got off on this horrible child abuse allegations from 1993 and 2005, when those idiots, all they wanted to do was get money from a dead man, and all they wanted to do was be extortionists. That's right, Wade Robson and Sammy Chuck were nothing but extortionists, and that goes for Evan Chandler and Jordy Chandler. And anyone that believes Michael Jackson was a pedophile, well, we all know he never did shit to kids. But okay, that's a rant for another day. Anyways, I'm probably just pissed off about the 200 subscribers I have on my channel. Point being, if nobody would have said anything, we wouldn't be in this whole mess. Alright, let's get back to the proper review, shall we? Getting off my soapbox there. Okay. Corey cannot cut promos. She tries, God bless her, but she's not good at promos because they script this shit so much. Okay. They both want a shot at Mandy. And then Mandy's on the screen. How about we have a triple threat New Year's Evil? Okay. Problem solved. And then Toxic Attraction shows up. They attack. They put Raquel through a table. Okay, we're having that tag match next week. But can they coexist is the main question. Find out next week. We're going to recap Harlan throwing Brian Kendrick down some steps. More on Kendrick in a little bit. And then Gacy and Harlan make an apology. Sort of. Not really. You shouldn't have put your hands on Harlan. Don't put your hands on Harlan. Do not touch Parker Bordeaux. Because my God, that man is terrifying. Jesus. He has the look. He's not bad in the ring as far as I've seen. But my God, that dude is intimidating as hell. Anyways, JYV's backstage and you watch Creed Brothers weightlift. Okay then. And then India's backstage and then Persia said, oh, our tag match got canceled or it got postponed for some reason. Then Grayson Waller shows up. Have I mentioned I don't care about Waller? Nor does anybody really care about Waller? Seriously, if you look up the dude, he's kind of a weirdo and he's kind of a creep. And the weirdo part's coming from me. And he's, you know, basically rubbing it in that he attacked Gargano and all that stuff. And then we get JYV versus Creed Brothers. And oh boy, okay. Creed Brothers, they're not terrible. They're just bland and uninteresting. JYV, what the hell did they do to this team? One of the most legitimate tag teams in probably the last 10 years that the WWE has, managed to grab up from the indies, are now treated like jokes. And that certainly made when this stupid-ass match happened. Holy Christ. Again, the match itself was going fine. And then Jacket Time shows up, and they have their little commentary table. That's Ikemen Jiro and Kushida, for those of you who actually give a shit. They brought in their little announce table. Oh, it looks like one of them are going to get put through, is it going to be the Creed Brothers, or, it's going to be, Grizzly Young Veterans put through the table. Nobody wants to be put through the table. And then the Creed Brothers and Jacket Time, they start yelling at each other. And then the Grizzly Young Veterans, they shove them, and then it's a fight. Ends in a disqualification. And then Briggs and Jensen just show up. Bring in all the tag teams. All 4 of them that they have in the damn company. Apologies. Yeah, we're getting this stupid shit. Anyways, Carmilla Hayes and Trick Williams are backstage, and, Williams has no fear. Dr. Loomis shows up on the screen. It spooks everyone. To be fair, who would be spooked by Dexter Loomis? The dude doesn't blink. Seriously, blink, dude. Anyways, Io Shirai and Zoe Stark are backstage. I forgot Io Shirai was still in NXT 2.0. Anyways, Legado Fantasma shows up, saying, "Oh no, we wanted that, we wanted that emergency seat." They're fighting over this shit. And then Elektra Lopez, sweet Christ, she looks gorgeous. She's wanted to take on Io. Okay. Alright, Loomis versus Williams. It wasn't bad, it was just kind of there. During the match, Strong attacks Hayes. More on them in a little bit. In the end, Trick tried to use the shoe. Who throws a shoe? Who throws a shoe? I apologize for that terrible butchering of One of the best spy movies of all time, Austin Powers Goldmember. I am terribly so. Wait, was that Goldmember? Was there that or The Spy Who Shagged Me? It was one of Austin Powers movies. I apologize for that terrible rendition. Oh god, I'm gonna get freaking slayed in the comments for that. Anyways, but yeah, his goes to use a shoe, but in the end he gets hit with the silence, and there you go. He passes out. Loomis wins. And then Grayson Waller attacks him. We're gonna have that match next week. And then Styles arrives. Okay. And then a Pete Dunne promo. He talks about, D'Angelo and all that stuff. Now Waller's in the ring. He says, I don't like it when WWE superstars go into the Hall of Fame. Styles arrives. And he says that you get win losses don't matter, all it is swipes and likes. Is that what it's like? He said, you've been only performing for 3 weeks, but I've been phenomenal for 20 plus years. This was some pretty damn good stuff. It's probably going to lead a match maybe at New Year's Evil. Maybe. It's either that or maybe one of the takeovers, which I know they're not calling takeover anymore. I don't even know what the hell they're calling them at this point. Okay, this was some good stuff. A match between these two wouldn't be bad, just Waller's not really that interesting. The Diamond Mang's backstage. Title versus title, New Year's Evil. Okay. The MSK and the Riddle vignette. Why is this a thing is what I wrote down. This does nothing for MSK. Then we get Von Wagner, a.k.a. Mike Awesome, if you took out the Awesome, so he's just Mike. He took on Adris Anafi. I think that's how you say. Is it Idris? Whatever the hell. Whatever. I didn't care. Anafi wins. Robert Stone was there. Anafi wins with the most devastating maneuver of professional wrestling. Jackknife cover. Okay, and then Wagner attacks. And then he kind of shoves off Robert Stone. Robert Stone is one of the most useless gimmicks I've ever seen in my life. He is literally trying to be Ted DiBiase, except without the personality or the charisma or the intriguement. Is that even a word? Who knows? I love Zema Ion, but come on. They resorted to this. Okay, this is just stupid. Anyways, Imperium's backstage. Getting talked about MSK and all that stuff. Okay, apparently they're going to be having this feud continue. Then Legado del Fantasma and Elektra Lopez is backstage, and Lopez says she's going to beat Io tonight. And then Zion Quinn's lurking in the background. Anyways, Elektra versus Io. It wasn't terrible. Elektra still got a way to go. She doesn't really bump well, but again, she's still starting out. This was way better than the match between her and B-Fab and that horrendous street fight that they had up. Oh, god damn, that was so awful. Quinn comes down, attacks, Wilder Mendoza. He pulls a mistletoe out of his pocket, and then Escobar comes down. And then, they fight, and then Io wins with the moonsault, 1, 2, 3. Okay, then, this is a thing now that they're doing. Hayes and Williams are backstage. They accept the challenge. It's going to be a unification match in New Year's Eve. Well, thank God, at least, they're doing something with the Cruiserweight title. Please let Carmilla win, because Roderick Strong as, Cruiserweight champion, this is not working. Anyways, Kendrick talks about Harlan, saying, how about, I face you next week. Okay, Kendrick's going to return back to the ring because the medics, cleared him. Okay, cool. That'll be interesting. And then we get Tony D'Angelo versus Pete Dunne. Match was fine. I enjoyed it. Brutal strikes, good stuff, some joint manipulation. It's Pete Dunne's specialty. Tony really intrigues the crowd. He pulls the crowd in with this Tony D'Angelo, you get the Italian, it's cliche. It's cliche and stereotypical as hell, but guess what? I like it. I think it's fine. Again, match was fine, some good stuff. At one point, D'Angelo managed to get a crowbar. I don't know how, because considering he went not under the ring, but he crawled from the ring, he managed to pull the damn thing up. Was it just sitting straight up? I want to know these answers. And then D'Angelo goes to use the crowbar, but Dunn puts it in an armbar. And then Tony takes out Dunn's mouth guard, but in the end, Dunn wins with the bitter end. And then a brawl happens, and then we get a twisting neck breaker on the floor. And then Tony pins Dunn with the crowbar, and he smacks his hand with it on the table. Okay, this feud's gonna continue. They're gonna have a crowbar and a mouth guard on a pole match, aren't they? Vince Russo has struck again. Anyways, this episode kind of sucked, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of zone out of this frequently. Anyways, let me know down in the comment section below what you guys thought about this episode of NXT. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Join the herd. I'll talk to you guys next video. Peace out.